Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. So, first of all, I'm really happy to be here for the first time. Uh, I think wouldn't be me if I wouldn't thank for some of the colleagues that are here that used to work with me in the past when I just arrived in Berlin 7 years ago. My XKU team that now it's with annual review. So Sven, Catherine, Olaf, Max, thanks a lot for supporting me when I changed it, when I moved from a completely different country. And I'm here, I think, mostly because I learned a lot from you. So thanks a lot. So my name is Wilson Souza, sorry. I'm part of the partner solution team here in Wiley. I'm a seniors manager for the EMEA region. So what we do in partner solutions, it's really to sell the knowledge that Wiley has in a way to support other publishers and society. So in short, my main goal as a salesperson is really to do a kind of an X-ray with our partners and understand where are the pain points and how we could support them. That could be editorial services, hosting solutions with Atfon. But most recently, we have also in our portfolio everything related with AI licensing. So yeah, that's a sensitive topic. Actually, I prepared my script beforehand, and after the last session last day, I was like, my God, how am I gonna present that? So yeah, I think that the main goal here, from my perspective, bringing to you is to share with you a little bit about what I learned in this process throughout the last 5 months. I would say it's quite recent and it's moving really fast. So I also had in my mind an image when you have, for example, your house to clean and it's everything is kind of messed up and somehow you don't know where to start. And I have the same feeling when we are talking about AI. It's so big, so huge. It's this image about something so terrifying. If you remember, for example, in Frankfurt Book Fair, the last 3 years, when we first started talking about AI, it was such a subjective topic. Everyone's were talking about the AI almost as a shadow. And then I think that the last 2 years, it's when finally we started to see some solutions related to that. And what I really want to do today is to share what I've learned selling, let's say, or offering AI licensing solutions to some of the partners. So not to grab here, but from my team, I'm the one that signed the most agreements so far. So yeah, I'm not saying that like from the sales perspective, but to give you the idea that I really experienced that. And yeah, I talk with many publishers across Europe. So the main idea again is really to share with you what I've heard with all of them, what worked and what didn't work that well. And yeah, let's start. So first of all, based on what we heard from Ajion in his presentation, it was really interesting to see his perspective about how creativity and how when you have new technology, how this could bring new value uh, to our chain. And thinking about the academic world, how with AI we are bringing new value to publishers, societies, and researchers. So back to my image about like this messy house when you don't know where to start. Here, I think it's important to frame that what I'm talking about, it's about licensing scholarly content into the corporate space, specifically into the corporate space. So think about that because when we talk about AI, could be any kind of workflow solution, how to work better or different platforms. So the main goal here, it's really just cover how we are doing that into the corporate space. So what we are seeing now from the corporate environment is that they really need trusted content to empower that their own AI platform. So we are seeing with this like these big opportunities to publishers and society. So I don't know if some of you saw this study that we did, this explanation that it's showing a little bit what is happening just right now. So what these numbers are showing to us, I think, again, it's something that all of us, we are listening about that all the time. But just this study proved to us that like what we really need is to be where the researchers are. So for example, in this first number, we have that 89% of researchers in the corporate, they are already using one or more AI tools in their work. 73% are using their AI tools at least monthly. So we can go through all those numbers just to understand that this is already happening. So Wiley also instead of just wait and see what's going to happen, we are already trying to create a way to license this content in a trusted way, and also to make sure that we could offer that to other partners, publishers, and societies. So here, again, talking about the corporate space. So despite the increasing AI adoption, we can see that the corporate also, they are lacking to have trusted content in their platform. So imagine that if a corporate that is creating new mans, so they really need the faster they can uh, already AI transformed content, but not just scraped content from the internet. Let's say they really need trusted content from trusted resources. So what we are doing now, based on that, actually we understand with that we have a big opportunity here for the publisher. So as I was mentioning, the corporate research and development teams, they really need reliable, high quality and citable content to ground their AI outputs in trusted knowledge. So in short, what we are doing here, we are making sure offering and talking with publishers and societies that we, Wiley, we can use our structure to support them to do this process, this transition in a safe way. So again, going back to what we saw in the presentation the last day, and also all discussions that we had today, there are a lot of fear. So I think that every meeting that I go with my targets, I incorporate that before talking about any kind of thing with them, because we are talking about publishers that it took a long time to them to create all their content, to create all this trusted content that they have, their community. So we need to be really respectful and make sure that we are doing that in a proper way. So I think before sharing with you a little bit of my learnings in this process, again, we have so many AI solutions that sometimes it's really like overwhelming. So I really would like to present here what Nexus really is. So in short, again, what we are doing here, it's really to support other publishers and societies to transform their content into AI format. So that's a way also to make sure that they could also monetize their content in that negotiations that we have into the corporate space. So in short, imagine that we have negotiations into the corporate space. And then if we have our partner content also in those negotiations, so we will monetize back to the publishers and society based on the proportionality of their content in that specific agreement. So um, that we truly believe that this also is a way to support the authors and also fund the mission of the publisher, because somehow you're monetizing your content back and making sure that you are reaching out a new market. Yeah, I really like this part of this presentation. So yesterday, it was really interesting to listen from everyone some of the words that are really recurring. So it's about fear. It's about fear of losing control. It's about mostly like I listen a lot questions about attribution, if that would be made properly. So I will not go into details here, but everyone, if you want to talk more about it, I will be happy to answer more detailed questions. But here and during all this, the conversations with the new partners that I had, we go topic by topic, explaining how we are doing that properly. So one common question when I have my meetings, it's really interesting to see a common fear that we will get all their content and somehow take advantage of that. It's quite common. So it's up to our partner to decide which part of their content they want to license in the agreements. So what we're gonna do, we will do all the handwork, let's say. We will prepare all the content and making sure that this is ready for negotiations in the future. We also do all the work and licensing with buyers. So in short, we kind of manage the content from our partner into the corporate space. Yeah, this is also important, as you can see, that this content will then power AI platforms into the corporate space, making sure that this content is properly attributed. And what it's really important also to create sustainable value as AI use expense. Yeah, also based, I won't go into each of these, but I really would like to emphasize here the topic about open access content. So it's a common question from publishers that I'm talking now. I'm an open access publisher. That would make sense for me to be part of this. So because this content is already there, it's already easily accessible, let's say. But the content that is open access, not necessarily it's AI ready. So what we are offering to the publishers and societies is one, making sure that this content is properly transformed, and also that you have the proper monetization of that content. So of course, I think that we were talking last day about um, openly talk about what is happening into the AI environment and how to make sure that we are doing that properly. So this is a model that could work. So we, yeah, I have some conversations with different publishers in open access, publishing in open access. So it's really a good way or a good route to do that. So also, um, here I think that's some common fears also in the conversations that I'm having. So again, losing content control. I think last day we heard that a lot. So when talking with publishers and new partners, we are telling them this is a new model. We are learning every day. Today I've learned something new from a colleague. So when we start with a partner, they don't need to bring all the content. If you want, for example, to understand how the model works and just want to start with a small subset of content, you can do that. And also, we make sure in all this process that all the content is rightly attributed in the end of the process. Yeah, so I think that what is happening right now, it's so fast. So what we are trying to offer again to new partners, publishers, and societies is really to take advantage of what we are doing just right now. So we have a strong AI team taking care of it. We are really advanced in negotiations into the corporate space. So this is a really opportunity for new partners to help us and engage in this process, to hear feedback. We are all the time trying to improve what we are doing, even in the terms of the agreement. The main goal it's really to make sure that we are mitigating the fears of our partners, to make sure that we feel comfortable in the process. So we provide reports to our partners saying what part of the content is being used in the licensing. We provide, and also here, what we are talking about profit share model where the publisher of course, receive the payment based on the negotiations that we will have with their content. So we provide a report about this profit, And we're really open about all of this in the conversation. So yeah, the main idea here, it's not to replace what has been doing, but actually add some value in what we are already doing. So this agreement that we have with our partners is also not exclusive. So this does not affect the relation that you may have, maybe even in recurring conversations that you could have with other corporate negotiations that you may have doing. Oops. And yeah, so just to give you an idea of volume, I think I started talking with publishers and societies. My team that covered new clients in across Europe, we started properly talking with publishers. I think it was February, and honestly, I think that I had more than 40 meetings across Europe, across different countries, and like the agreements that I closed, I think it's across four different countries. So yeah, what I would like to share with you, it's what I learned in this process. So most of my meetings that I started with clients and yeah, the new partners, it's about trust. Like I think we talked a lot about this last day. So it's really common in the first conversations that I have. Like the meeting started with like, oh, let's talk about AI. People are so tired about that. And also it's clear when first talk with them that they feel that we will try to take advantage of their content or somehow not be completely transparent in this process. So mostly throughout my conversations with them, it's really to show step by step and try to mitigate their fears about what they are fearing the most. So trying to show them all the details in the agreement and how we are making sure that we are doing that properly and enabling their content into the corporate space in a way that they could monetize their content, but also reinvest this money in the publisher and in your mission. So also, I think it's quite clear to go to these meetings and have the impression or the reality that all of us we are learning. I think when I'm here with the microphone talking about the AI, but I'm learning every day, and every day there's something new. And also, uh, when I have my meetings, it's really common to feel that's the first time that the publisher is truly talking about that. They are trying to find a trusted partner to do this transition safely. So also in this process, like my mission with them, it's really to show how there's new forms of reuse and these require great clarity with them. So I don't try to press my clients, let's say. I just try to understand where they need more information, and if it's necessary, I bring our legal department or our AI team and making sure that they feel comfortable with what we are doing. And again, I think this is something that we talked last day. It's about connectivity. So new structures and how to connect everything that it's already available and making sure that this arrives in the other part of business, let's say, in a controlled way to our partners. So of course, there's a lot of work related with content, metadata, identifiers. So I think also what we are doing really nice, we have our partner success team that do all this onboarding process with the client, making sure not we will not just get all the content and run away and sell the content. So we have someone dedicated to talk with our partners and update them about how we are negotiating their content and where are the opportunities and so on. So again, this is just a learning from 4, 5 months. I'm really excited to be part of this transformation, let's say. And yeah, I'm available for questions right now.